Nemty, the divine ferryman. This entity was venerated in ancient Kemetic and later Egyptian cultures, classified as a guardian deity, and he is mentioned in Middle Kingdom Coffin texts in a reference to his mythology. Nemty is an upper Egyptian Falcon God who was brutally punished for crimes against the gods themselves. Nemty was closely associated with both Horus and Seth, and he was usually depicted as a falcon in a boat, but he could be shown as a griffin or as a man with the distinct head of a Seth animal. Nemty sometimes embodied the bad qualities of Horus, but in Coffin text spell 942, he is said to be the manifestation of Set, who is shaved or skinned by a goddess in revenge for turning the land upside down. And myth explains why the cult statue of Nemty is made from silver rather than gold. Nemty was condemned for some terrible crime that he had committed, and some mythology says the decapitation of the goddess Hathor. His skin and flesh were flayed off his bones as punishment, and he was hung on a pole. And like all gods, Nemty's flesh is made of gold, and his bones are of silver, so only the silver remained. When Nemty was forgiven by the gracious goddess Hathor, his flesh was restored with her healing milk. Nemty seems to be identical with the deity Nemty, another divine falcon who was punished by the gods. At a New Kingdom story, the divine tribunal retires to an island to consider whether to award the crown of Egypt to Horus or Seth after the long war. And Seth did not want the tribunal to be influenced by Isis, who was the mother of Horus and ultimately his sister. He ordered Nemty, the divine ferryman, not to take any woman who looked like Isis to the island. But clever Isis disguises herself as an old hag and bribes Nemty with a gold ring to ferry her to the island. After she makes her entrance and makes a fool of Set, she demands that Nemty is also punished. The divine tribunal orders all of Nemty's toes, or in this case claws, to be chopped off. And because of that bribe, Nemty vows that gold shall be taboo in his town forever, providing another explanation for the use of silver in his temples. This is not the end of Nemty's misfortunes, however. A spell also recounts how Horus and a god who was probably Nemty traveled together in the golden boat. When Nemty was bitten and poison began to course through him, he begs Horus for help, and Horus offers to help him in exchange for Nemty's true name. Nemty tries to fool him by giving a grandiose name of another deity, but in the end, he has to tell the truth. Horus cures him, but also gains lasting power over Nemty.